Okay, let's run through some practice. Here's the place to come if you are feeling stuck on anything or if you just want to see some more examples worked out. So starting with the first, it's a 2 by 2, so setting up my grid. So a 6b minus 7 and a 6b plus 7. It's going to give me 36b to the second minus 42b plus 42b. So those will cancel to 0, and then a minus 49 on the back. Now, because I know those are going to cancel to 0, I'm just not even going to add them in my final step here. Going just straight to the 36b squared minus 49. Over here, leaving myself some extra space because the decimals often are longer to write. So 6.54x minus 1.7 and 6.54x plus 1.7. Now, because they're the same, 1 plus 1 minus, I should see that same canceling to 0 happen. Let's see if it does. 6.54 times 6.54. Ooh, is a big long decimal. So 42.7716 x to the power of 2. Negative 1.7 times 6.54 is negative 11.118 with this x on the end. Down here, 6.54 times 1.7, positive 11.118x. So once again, as we knew should happen, those are going to add up to 0. And then lastly, negative 1.7 times positive 1.7 is minus 2.89. So because those are exact opposites, one positive, one negative, they'll add up to 0, leaving me with just the 42.7716x squared minus 2.89 on the back. Okay, down to these. Remembering that the exponent of 2 means 4x plus 5 times another 4x plus 5. Let's set up a 2 by 2. 4x with a plus 5, 4x with a plus 5. So we've got 16x squared, 20x's, 20x's, and 25. Now notice this time, it's the exact same number. Not one positive and one negative, but the exact same number. So no canceling to 0 this time. So plus the 20x's, plus another 20x's, plus the 25. So altogether, 16x to the second, 20 and 20 gives me 40x's with the plus 25 on the back. So be very careful. Don't fall into a pattern where you think maybe things are going to cancel. Go through your steps. Make sure that they actually do. Because if they aren't supposed to, I want to make sure that you leave them in. Next up, same idea. This just means to have this same binomial show up twice. So 0.6a minus 1.3, 0.6a minus 1.3. So this will be 0.36a to the power of 2. Negative 1.3 times 0.6 is negative 0.78 with an a on the end. This down here will be the same thing again with an a on the end. And then negative 1.3 times negative 1.3 is going to be positive 1.69. Let's add them up. 0.36a squared minus 0.78a minus another 0.78a plus 1.69. And what I'm going to see is 0.36a squared, negative 0.78 plus another negative 0.78 should be a minus, so a negative 1.56a with a plus 1.69 on the back. Nice and good. Good and nice. Let's keep going. Once again, okay, I see the same thing, but one with a plus, one with a minus. So there should be some canceling to 0 that happens. Let's see if it does. Across the top and down the side. So 5 times 5, v times v, negative 1 times 5v, positive 1 times 5v, and negative 1 times positive 1. Ooh, yes, negative 5v plus 5v. Those are going to go to 0. Just for practice, let's actually write that out. So we can see it's the same number but opposite signs, 1 positive, 1 negative, that adds up to 0. Leaving us with the 25v to the second and then the minus 1 on the back. And then lastly, let's see what we have. So a 7r with a plus 3, a 7r with a minus 3. It's going to be 49r to the second, a plus 21r's, minus 21r's with a minus 9. So putting it all together, 49r squared plus 21r's minus 21r's minus 9. Those go down to 0, leaving us with 49r squared minus 9. And there, my friends, you have it. Set up your grids. Keep track of what you're doing.